Thank you.
What up, MTV Cribs? Welcome to my crib. Welcome, gentlemen. YouTube's only natty gun tuber here. If you've ever gone out shooting in the snow and pretended that you were on Hoth, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Just kidding. Today, we've got the Century Arms C39V2. If my homemade camouflage is breaking up the outline too much for you, the Century Arms C39V2 is a Kalashnikov pattern rifle, an AKM, if you will. This specific model is a milled receiver, so I guess maybe not an AKM. The C39V2 is the all-American made milled receiver AK pattern rifle from Century Arms. The AK pattern rifles may be the most ubiquitous style assault rifle there is. Definitely the most prevalent. It is a long stroke piston driven rifle chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeter. Now you may be saying, Nick, Century Arms? Ew, that's a poverty rifle. AKs are poverty rifles already, so take that. Nick, ew, Century Arms. They're for the poors. I thought you had better taste than that. I thought you liked nice guns. I bought this rifle the day that I turned 18. I already had an AR that was gifted to me, so I bought an AK to round out my gun collection. As you may know, if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, I was not the smartest gun buyer when I was 18 years old. Bought a lot of guns that didn't make sense in those years. But, that being said, I have never had a problem with this rifle. Take that with a grain of salt. This rifle doesn't get shot nearly as much as my other rifles, AR pattern rifles, for example. All right. Let's get into a breakdown of the build. When I bought this rifle, it came standard with a wood stock and a wood handguard and a very thin, cheap plastic grip. I have since replaced those with the Magpul Zhukov stock, the Magpul AK MOE Plus, the rubber overmolded grip, Magpul handguard, and a Magpul magazine. that's the build. There you go. It does not have a side rail to mount an optic, so if I wanted to mount an optic, I'd have to modify the rifle even further with a different handguard or rail cover, dust cover I mean, or whatever. Seeing as how this rifle doesn't get shot nearly as much as my others, I've decided not to do that just yet. I plan on maybe buying a little bit better AK and then upgrading that one instead of spending money on this one, which is perfectly fine the way it is. Rifle is good. Time to talk about the ergonomics and the manual of arms. Being as this is the most popular rifle in the world, I probably don't need to tell you, but I'm going to anyway, because why else am I making the video? As stated earlier, the AK is long stroke piston driven. The charging handle is on the right side of the gun. It is reciprocating. Every time you shoot, this comes back, so don't put your face or hand there. I am left-handed, so it makes racking the gun pretty easy. The mag release is an ambidextrous paddle mag release just in front of the trigger guard, and the safety is this big lever on the side. That is safe, that is fire. When the safety is up, the gun can't be racked all the way back, and obviously the trigger will not be able to be pulled. The stock on this bad boy obviously is collapsing and adjustable, but it also is a side folder if you feel like living out your Chicago dreams, I guess. Boys. This AK does have the sliding ladder sight, and I had it on 200 yards for all of the filming of the intro of this video, and I was shooting steel at like 70 and 100 yards, and I was wondering why I had to aim at the bottom of the target the whole time. So if you're not hearing dings on the steel during the intro, it's because I'm stupid. Guys, you would not believe how long it took me to dig this trench. I had to come out here today to film a video and dig this trench. Ground's frozen. Oh, God. Let's talk about vibes. The most, or one of the most recognizable silhouettes of guns ever. Everybody who pays any attention to anything knows when they see this outline that that is an AK. That's the gun the bad guys use, or whatever. But generally, with AKs, vibes are pretty good. This specific one, with the Magpul furniture, it's giving, I played Tarkov for a week after wipe, and this is what I got. Nothing crazy on this one. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. It is what it is. The vibes are okay. The vibes are okay. You guys had that Welch's grape ghost flavor? It's pretty good. I like it. It's time to talk about the shooting experience and the accuracy, I suppose. The recoil on this bad boy is more than an AR-15. It's not crazy. It's kind of stout. Maybe I'll insert a video of the first time I mag dumped this gun if I can find it on my phone, but I had been used to shooting AR-15s. Haven't really ever, at that point, shot a semi-auto rifle a whole bunch that recoiled more than an AR-15, and you can tell that by the expression on my face. All right, that being said, if you have any experience shooting this more than on one occasion, you'll get used to the recoil. It's really not that bad. Would like to shoot it suppressed, but I have no idea what this thread pitch is. It's not, I think it's like a a left-hand thread maybe some weird metric one. But I also am not sure about the concentricity with the barrel. So even if it was threaded 5/8 by 24, I don't think that I would put a suppressor on it, at least not without testing it with a guide rod or something. All that to say, I can't tell you if it's incredibly gassy. I'm not getting gassed out just shooting it without a can, but I imagine since it doesn't have an adjustable gas block and because it's pretty snappy recoil-wise, that it would be pretty gassy. So accuracy-wise, I've never had a problem with this guy hitting a 66% steel silhouette out to like 300-ish yards with the irons. I don't do that often, but like 200 yards and in, I really haven't ever had a problem hitting anything. I haven't ever grouped it, kind of because I don't care. It's like the, ooh, AK inaccurate, dumb, big bullet, go boom. But I also like, I don't have an optic on it. I'm good enough with the iron so that I can, like I said, hit the steel silhouette. So it's not like I really need to know what kind of grouping it does. I've been shooting a whole mixed bag of steel cased, Tula, Wolf, as well as regular brass case stuff. I think there's like even some Hornady black in there, which why am I spending $40 on a box of 7.62 by 39? Because I'm stupid. So why AK? Well, maybe you're tired of ARs. Maybe you don't like the anemic 5.56 round. Maybe you're a Stalin sympathizer. Sympathizer. Maybe you just like guns and you want more than one type of platform. Or maybe you're really attracted to the service record of AKs, the legendary reliability, the heavier bullet, a little bit more capability in terms of punching through some stuff, you know? Whatever it is, I think they're all perfectly reasonable. So AKs are cool. The age-old question, which is better, AK or AR? Definitely AR. Get fucked. And that's all I have to say about that. I haven't really ever seen anybody make a video on this specific AK. I've seen people make videos on like the Wassers or whatever from Century Arms, but I haven't really ever seen anything on this gun. Maybe that should have told me something when I originally bought it. But that being said, I've had this gun for 8 years now, and in true AK fashion, I've never cleaned it, and I've never had a problem with it. I have thrown this gun in the snow, I've thrown it in the mud, I've done AK things with it, and I've never had an issue with it. There is some, I don't know, like a little bit of wear on the bolt, but like even when you take the bolt out, the only real wear I see is just here from the dust cover. So would I tell you to go out and buy a Century Arms C39V2? I don't even know if Century Arms still makes them. And for what it is, like AK wise, I paid like $800 for this back in 2017, 2018. So did I say 6 years? I meant 8 years. I've had this gun for 8 years. But anyway, I paid $800 for it 8 years ago. And guns are more expensive now than they've ever been, mostly. So I don't know if it's like bog standard AK is worth that much. But, I mean, besides the PSA AKs, the PS AKs, it's kind of hard to find one that's less than that anywhere. And obviously this is just a sample size of one, so I'm not going to tell you to go buy one or even that it's good, but this one has been good to me. And that's that. All right, this one's for Dustin. You know who you are. We're going to do a 1R1. I'm going to cheat it a little bit and just have my flap open so I can grab it. If anybody's wondering, this is the Recce rig from Onward Research. So, you know, if you want to look tactical and also... Never mind, not going to go there. Anyway, 1R1, I hear they're back in now, so let's give it a shot. I do have my timer here, but I'm too lazy to walk back to the truck, so see how it goes. Ooh, I feel pretty good about that. Should we do one more? All right, boys, take two. This time, I don't know that it's out of ammo, so there'll be a click or whatever. Ugh. Whew. That wasn't bad either, doing it that way. I hope you like the LARP, fellas. This might be my most extensive LARP to date. Funny story about that. My drone has an active tracking feature, but with the ghillie top on, it wouldn't track me. It kept losing me, so that's pretty funny. Fellas, is the cure to male loneliness bleeding out in a snowy trench while simultaneously freezing to death? If I've learned anything here today, it's definitely a possibility. I'm having the time of my life. Let's hope I don't bleed out, though. Well, fellas, for those of you who are interested, which I know most of you are not, but for the 5 people that are interested, little 2025 check-in for me. Starting my senior year of college, working in the field that I'm going to school for, which is pretty cool. Finally got there, so that's pretty awesome. And I plan on making a bunch of gun videos this year. Gonna be super busy with work and school, but sometimes you just got to get out and blow off some steam. We made it to 500 subs, which is it's so funny to be like, oh guys, we did it, 500 subs, we're a big YouTube channel now. But I'm pretty proud of that. You know, besides like my 20 buddies that I got to subscribe to me, it's pretty cool that 500 people like my videos enough to subscribe to me. So really hope you liked the video today. We got some sick drone footage, got some cool GoPro stuff. Really excited to see what I can do creatively and cinematically with that kind of stuff moving forward. So if you liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe, brother. All right. I got a camcorder when I was young. I got it for Christmas one year. It was like 8th grade or freshman in high school. And I had a ghillie suit that was just like the green ghillie suit. And I went into the backyard and I set up my camcorder like it was a security camera. And then I just had like a cheap Energizer flashlight like pointing out, because the camcorder obviously shot horrible video at night, but kind of helped the aesthetic. Anyway, I had the ghillie suit on, and I just walked by like this. Ready? And then I showed it to my friends and told them I caught Bigfoot on tape. So now you know, it wasn't Bigfoot. Fellas, this is why You don't buy open emitter optics. Oh no. My Glock that I wasn't going to shoot in this YouTube video got covered in snow. I can't see it now. That made it worse. Oh, you can see the dot there. Easy.